I'm just going off of the chat. So I appreciate it. My job is to ask the questions that they're thinking and that you're thinking. Smash the like button on the way. And we got Giandra coming in. Appreciate you, Giandra.
DeAndre.
Giandra.
Hey, SugarHill. I don't have no makeup on, so I'm not turning my camera on. I just have a quick question. So, a lot of this chatter about the glove gate originated from the fans and other theorists, but there have been professional fighters that have been making videos about the gloves. Like Steve Cunningham notably made a video saying the gloves were tampered with. Shea Smith on the opposite side, they weren't tampered with. What do you make of the fighters who are questioning the gloves, who are professional fighters and are privy to more things than normal people are privy to?
So before a fight, the day of the weigh-ins, both camps try on gloves, and you at that point in time, you're able to look at your opponent's gloves. All that's presented right there. After that, the gloves are signed by both teams. The gloves go into the commission's control, into their hands. What they do with them is what I heard. They put them in a safe where at the hotel, or they put them and lock them up somewhere. And those gloves are presented back to you, to both teams in a locker room, in their respectable locker rooms, before the fight when they're ready to put them on. So it's the same glove. I signed the glove myself, so I always make sure and look for my signature, making sure that it's the same glove that I had. And before I wrap hands, I give the gauze and tapes to the commissioner to touch and feel, and I also give it to the other team's corner, whoever they have as a representative in that locker room. And I haven't had any problems. So before I put the gloves on, I always give them the gloves again here. And then I put the gloves on right in front of their face, tape them up, and that's it.
So knowing that that is your process, but there are fighters like Steve Cunningham, who notably has fought Tyson Fury before, who knows the process of what happens with gloves. Why do you think that he's being so vocal about this, knowing the process of what happens on the day of a fight and glove examination? He's not a new person. He knows boxing well. He fought for many years. Why would a fighter like him say that? Is it sour grapes, or what do you make of that?
I don't think anything, because I'm not that person, and it would be unfair for me to say to tell somebody, to tell you what I think, because it doesn't even matter. I don't know what he thinks. You saying that about Steve Cunningham is the first time I've heard it. So
oh wow,
it's before my time working with Tyson Fury, and that's why I clearly explained to you my process in doing it.
So have any of your colleagues reached out to you, like other trainers who, you don't have to disclose what they said because these are private conversations, but have any of your other colleagues, other trainers, other people like that reached out to you to encourage you, to discourage you? What has been the feedback amongst your peers in the sport?
No, nobody said anything to me about it. They just said it was a great fight. They said, wow. They said, man, yeah, they talk about the fight. Nobody's talking about the gloves.
And last question for me. Moving forward, as Tyson goes into future fights.
Sometimes they do say something about it. They just say, why are you talking about the gloves? That was a great fight. Pretty much, that's about it. Really simple. Yeah, but that's nothing to talk about the glove, because honestly, I won't even talk about it. It's nothing for me. As I'm talking to you, it's the same way I would talk to anybody else. Asking me about those gloves and what do I think somebody else, would think. That's speculation. That's my police coming out of me.
So lastly for me, so other folks can jump in, moving forward now, how does this affect the way you and the team maneuver into fights? Do you feel like you have to walk on eggshells? Do you feel like you have to triple check and bring extra gloves and film everything that happens? What is going to be your process moving forward, just to kind of dispel this type of chatter from the masses and have the focus be solely on the fight and not what may have, or what's going on with gloves and all those other things?
that sounds like a whole lot of stuff you said, and I'm kind of trying to cipher through everything to maybe answer it all, but I can't answer all those questions, or I don't even think that much. That's a lot of thinking. I got other things to be thinking about. So to make it short, for any other fights, is just, hey, I would just like to go get a knockout sooner.
Right. Thank you, Sugar Hill. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Fred.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Joe. How did you celebrate the win? I want to ask you that. How did you celebrate? Because it seems like, let me get Jay out of here.
You want me to show you the pictures? The pictures and the videos?
Yeah.
Hey, Caroline. Oh.
Yeah. Where does that rank?
We enjoyed ourselves. We don't have a big old entourage. It's mostly family and close friends. His family and close friends and my family were there. So I mean, yeah, it was nice. It was nothing too wild.
Okay.
Went to it was a club at the MGM.
Yeah, sure did.
I was singing. Tyson was singing on the mic. I was singing. By that time, I started singing. So yeah,
I saw the video online.
We didn't stay there all night or anything like that, but I did want to get on top of that DJ, that ledge so bad. I was like, get up there. I said, no, because people are gonna be watching. I said, no. But back in my college FAMU days, I'd have been up there.
Oh, you went to FAMU?